and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and today I have another book haul for y'all. I bought some more books. I'm sure you're shocked by that. Nobody is. Okay, first off, I will say that there was a reason why I bought some more books. Oh my gosh, I forgot one. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, I forgot 3 of them downstairs, so I had to go and get them because I had those 3 separate for a reason. So the first one that I'm going to talk about here is actually the author reached out to me through my email, because you guys know I have my email in my description box, and they offered to send me a free copy that was signed. But because he's a new author, I was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. And I went over to Instagram, or not Instagram, Amazon, and his book was on sale, so I ended up buying it so that he gets the sale, and then I can talk about it as well, because, you know, brand new person, starting out with their brand new side hustle job kind of thing, probably doing something that he was wanted to do for quite a while. I was like, oh, I want to support him because he reached out to me and everything like that. So the first book that I have here is called Linden Falls, and it's by Joshua Hershey. This is the book here, and it says, Mabel is a rumored witch whose kingdom belongs to, I think it's Levian. I, however, in my mind, because I have been watching Supernatural recently, keep calling it Leviathan. That's not what it is. The serpent. Her people are enslaved in darkness, but everything changes when Mabel discovers a book that transports her to a world of angels and demons, where she wields the sword of fire and faces Tannin, a spirit-infested dragon. Mabel sets off to save her people, unaware that she'll find Eva along the way, the mystic lady thrown away in time, and in doing so finds herself. Mabel even learns how to break the darkness, but Lavian has different plans. Mabel wants to set her people free, make peace with her past, and start a new life. She wants to be a fighter and a protector of the ones she loves, and when life becomes a curse, can Mabel end the darkness before destroying herself? Honestly, I'm just having a hard time reading out loud today. But anyway, so I was very excited to get this. Thank you very much, Joshua, for reaching out to me. I am excited to read this. I am actually on chapter 2 already. I got it yesterday. Today, what day is this? The 8th. So I'm filming this on the 8th. And I got it on the 7th. And, this is, a long weekend for me because it's a long weekend in Canada. The 7th was a holiday. And then I ended up, working a couple hours yesterday. But then I took, 2 extra days off. So yesterday, as soon as I got this book, I read it. Oh, I'm on chapter 3, actually. I'm just starting chapter 3. So far, so good. I'm actually really enjoying it. It kind of, jumps into the story right away, which I kind of like those books. So I'm excited to read it, and I'm excited to see what happens. Plus, I really actually like the art on the front. And this is a hardcover book. It's very nice. So, yeah. It's a very nice book. I'm very excited to read it. So thank you very much for reaching out to me, Joshua. I really appreciate it. And then I ended up buying it. So that's awesome. The next book that I got here, I got as a gift, and this is called The House of the Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I ended up joining a Instagram book exchange for Canadian people, and I didn't really know what was happening. It's the first time I've ever joined anything like that. I turned on my Amazon wish list because I didn't even know. I just had stuff in my wish list, but people couldn't send it to me if they wanted to, but now they can. It'll send it to me as a gift. Not that I'm telling you guys to send me stuff. I'm just saying, the person that I had, who was Sammy, helped me turn it on because I had no clue how to do that. So it was a flower gift exchange. The book had to have flowers on it. So I ended up going and putting a whole bunch of books with flowers in my wish list. And then she ended up picking this one for me. So this is called The House of the Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. It says, this haunting modern fairy tale will wrap you like a glittering flog before going for your throat. So it looks like a really cool book. I'm excited to read it. I've never read anything by this Crystal Sutherland before, but she has some other books here on the back. I don't know. I'm excited to read it. I would read you the back, but I'm having a really hard time reading today, and I'm also a little bit off because I'm not feeling that well, so that's where we are. So I got that one. Now, this is the piece de resistance, you guys. As a matter of fact, in my last book haul, I was talking about how this book was coming today, or coming on the day that I was mentioning this book haul. I am on page 310, chapter 25. I have never read a book this slow in my entire life, and I'm reading it slow because it's one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. Seriously, I think I was on page, 188? And I said into the Page Turners book group on Facebook This is like the best book I've ever read. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best book I've ever read. So this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I am going to tell you guys, I was going to be one of those people who was like, whatever, there's hype about it. Because it's everywhere. It's like BookTube, Bookstagram, BookTok. Everybody's talking about it. This is like the best book of the year. Everybody's losing their mind about it. It was like literally sold out anywhere that you tried to find a book. It wasn't on, I couldn't find it on Amazon. Or you could find it on Amazon, but it was like $238. Okay. Like, no. And then it was like sold out at Indigo, and it was sold out at like my local bookstores, and like nobody had it. And then Amazon was like, ping, your book is now available. And I was like, oh, thank you, Amazon. So I got it. I've read this much. I'm using all of these gorgeous tabs. I've already gone through, like I have 2 tab sets here right now because I've used so many of the tabs on a couple of the colors that I had no choice, but I had to use 2. So there's a lot of tabs. I think for the first time in my entire life, I'm thinking about buying a second book so I can have one just to look pretty and one where I'm going to mess it up. Like there's a lot of tabs in here. I want to write notes in this book. It's the first time I've ever wanted to write notes in a book that I've read in my entire life. There's so much going on though. It's so good. I'm blown away. It's like the best book ever. I spent an entire day, like on Saturday the 5th, we went to see The Meg too. But other than that, I like slowly read all day long. And by slowly, I mean, seriously, it took me like, I don't know, 6 hours probably of reading to read like up to page 188. Kind of thing. So like it took me quite a while to get there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, but I am very much taking my time with it. I'm hanging out with it. Look at how beautiful the cover is. Like obviously I've not been having the dust jacket on there. Like I just brought it for the video so you guys could see it, but I will set it somewhere nice. I'm not saying it's going to be like my all-time favorite book of all time, but it's close. I was even dreaming about it last night. Like I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning because I was having dreams about being in a castle with like a dragon and my arm falling off. That doesn't happen in the book. I'm just saying. Like, it's so good. Okay, so those are the ones that I got separate from anything else. Then the rest of these I got from Book Outlet. So if you'll remember last time, I got these 2 books. I got The Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Manscalo, I think it is. And then I got Kingdom of the Feared, which I ended up with 2 copies of this by accident because I did not pay attention when I was ordering them. So I needed to get the second one, so that's what I did. Hence, one of these book hauls. I bought a book haul so I could get this book. Yeah, I don't care. It could have been worse, like my mom said. Okay, so this is number 2, and The Kingdom of the Cursed is what this one is called. I'm very excited to have these. I can't read the back to you, though, because, like, I don't know what really number 1 is about. I'm just really into series. It's just series, right? Like, I'm just making up words now? Probably. That's how it goes around here. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Okay, I'm going to start here. So, this is The Giver by Loris Lowry. I got this one. It's like the little pocket book size, because like most of the books that I buy are like this size, but this one's like the smaller version. So this one says, life in the community where Jonas lives is idyllic. Citizens are assigned their partners and their jobs. No one thinks to ask questions. There we go. I don't even know. Everyone obeys. The community is a world without conflict, inequality, divorce, unemployment, injustice, or choice. Everyone is the same except Jonas. So the reason why I actually bought this is I love Lois Lowry. I used to read her a lot when I was like a teenager, and I never read this series, but I did end up recently watching a movie about it, like maybe last year. I think maybe that I saw the movie last year. And anyways, I ended up buying it a couple of days ago because I like the movie so much. It starts out as black and white, and then like the more like he gets like knowledge and stuff, it like changes into color. It's really, really cool. This is a whole quartet. Like there's 4 of these. I don't know, because when I read the back of, or like when I read the synopsis or whatever on Book Outlet, they don't seem to have the same people in them. So I thought if I just got this one, that would probably be okay. But then if I want to get more later, I can. And this cost me like $5.99. So I figured that was a good deal. I got that one. Then I got That Dark Infinity. Wow, I'm not having a good time with words today, yo. And it says, oh, it's by Kate Pentecost, I think. It's this. So it says, an immortal monster hunter, a royal handmaiden, a journey that will change their fates. I really enjoyed the cover on this one. Sometimes I buy them because they're pretty. So this one has like a regular hand with some flowers around it, and then she's holding like a skeleton hand. It just looks aesthetically pleasing to my eyeball. And that's why I picked it. I also think like the story will probably be good. Like, I mean, like the little blurb on the front here sounds great, but aesthetically pleasing. I don't even care. That's why I picked it. The next one I got here are The Vacancy, and this is by Elizabeth Carter. It says, some offers are too good to be true. So this one I am going to read you the back, because when I read the back of this, like in the synopsis, I was like, oh, that just sounds good. So it's, running from her past, Rachel answers an advert to be a live-in assistant to a glamorous and eccentric author, Dorothy Winters. When Dorothy's manuscript throws up striking similarities to events in Rachel's own life, she becomes convinced that the past she's tried to hide is catching up with her. Then the phone calls start. The parcel arrives, and Dorothy's friend disappears. Terrified of being blamed for the murderer, Rachel has no one left to turn to. Because who can she believe in when she doesn't even trust herself? Dun, dun, dun. Doesn't it sound good, though? It did get like a little bit mauled up in the book box, like because I had a whole bunch of hardcovers in there, and this one just kept like getting rammed into the side while it was coming here. So it's like a little bent up, but I don't care. It'll be on the bookshelf anyway. So I thought that one sounded pretty good. It's like very thrillery sounding. So it might be a little bit too scary to me, but as you know, like if you guys saw my last book haul, like I'm trying to live the scary life. Like not too scary. Not too scary. Your girl's still a chicken. Let's be real. I might be like Joey and like put it in the freezer and then like not think about it for a while, you know, that kind of thing. If you guys ever saw that episode of Friends, it was very funny. Then I got another one here called Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. So it says, she's vanished. A decade ago, her girlfriend disappeared. He lied. He told the police the truth about that night, just not the whole truth. Their secrets won't stay buried. Now he's moved on, but the past isn't done with him yet. So I actually read The Therapist by B.A. Paris. It was so good. It was one of my favorite books of the beginning of this year. I have read a lot of books this year. I've read 72 so far. I think I've read 74 now. The month of August has not been like a huge reading month for me. However, again, it's taking me like 6 days. I want to say like 6 days to read The Fourth Wing, and I'm only like halfway through it. So it is taking me a very long time, but it's like I'm savoring it. So it's okay. So yeah, so I read The Therapist by B.A. Paris. It was a really good thriller. I thought it was good twists and turns, and that's really what I'm into right now. So I thought that this would be a good one, and this was like $6. Like, it was a good deal. So I was like, yeah, give me some. Then I got Two Truths and a Lie by April Henry. It's this one here. So this says, 13 check in, how many will check out? This might actually be a little bit too scary for me. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. But it says, it doesn't even say anything there. Let me go here. Trapped in an old motel with a murderer who will survive the night. Nell has always wanted to be an actor, but doubts her ability. As a member of her high school's theater team, she prefers working backstage. On the way to a contest, her acting troupe is stranded in a creepy motel during a blizzard. Soon they meet a group of strangers from another high school, including a mysterious and handsome Knox, who insists they play a game, Two Truths and a Lie. When it's Nell's turn, she draws a slip of paper in unfamiliar handwriting. I like to watch people die. I've lost count of how many people I killed. Suddenly, the night of harmless fun turns into a matter of life and death, and as guests go missing, it becomes clear that a murderer is hiding in their midst, ready to strike again. And a room is full of liars and performers. The truth is never quite what it seems. Nell is going to have to act like her life depends on it because it does. So, it's like a high school scary book. It might be too scary for me. Like, I don't know. Like, the synopsis is pretty scary, but it looked really cool and it sounded pretty good. So I'm going for it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what happens. Now, I'm not sure which ones to show. I have 5 left. Okay, so I'm going to start with these ones. I bought The Fear by Natasha Preston. It's this one here. I also bought this double book, which is The Twin and the Lake by Natasha Preston. So I got 3 by her. I believe that Taylor suggested The Lake for a book club book. Like a book club suggestion. So it might have been The Fear though. I don't know. It was one of these. So I bought these because I thought it would be a good deal. And then that way, if we end up picking that book, I'll have it. And also, they sounded kind of like good, suspenseful kind of thrillers. So in this first one here, this is like the double book. It says, after a tragic accident takes their moms' lives, twin Ivy and Iris are reunited. Iris feels like her life is over. Ivy promised her twin that she can share her life now. After all, they're sisters, twins, but it's a promise that Iris takes deadly serious in the twin. And in the lake, when Esme returns to Camp Pine Lake. Oh yeah, see, this is the one. This is the one that Taylor recommended because it sounded like Camp Crystal Lake and she couldn't think of what it was called. And I was like, Camp Crystal Lake! Camp Crystal Lake! I'm very helpful when I'm watching the video and you can't text somebody. That's what I say all the time. All the time I'm like, I need a separate phone so I can text my mom and be like, what's that word? Where I'm going like, I don't know how to say this. My mom would know. So yeah, so it was Camp Pine Lake in this one. As a counselor training years after helping to cover up a tragic accident that occurred there. She gets a disturbing note. A note. Whoa. Loke. The lake never forgets. Now, the secret she's keeping buried so many years is about to resurface. So I thought both of those sounded good. Plus a double book, like that's like getting a book for free. Like honestly, it was. It was pretty cheap. And then this one is The Fear. And this one is, it's just a stupid meme that's going around their small fishing town in the dead of winter. People reposting and sharing their biggest fear. But when her classmates start turning up dead, dying the way that they said that scared them the most, Izzy knows it's no joke. With each death hitting closer to home, Izzy sets up to stop the killer. Could her older sister's friend Tristan be involved somehow? He's giving her some strange vibes. Or what about his brooding cousin Axel? But he's in the class in her school. He's not a murderer, is he? Soon Lizzie is on a path that will lead right to her killer and her own worst nightmare. So that also sounded good. These all kind of sound like they're YA ones again. So that could be okay. Maybe I can handle that. Then I got this duology. The first one is Crossbones and the second one is Dark Tides. And they're both by Kimberly Vale. Look at how pretty the covers are. Aren't they nice? They're about pirates. Okay, so this one says, 2 captains, 1 stowaway, a heart-stopping competition for the island throne, dark tides are rising, only one will wear the bone crown. So that's Crossbones. And it says, never trust a pirate. That's its tagline. Your girl loves pirates, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that, but I've been a pirate for Halloween like 18 times. Then the second one is The Sea is Rising in Dark Tides. And this one says, pirates, Jaren muttered as he turned his attention to Lorelei. They aren't truly your friends, they just want your storm. But I can teach you how to control it if you choose to leave here with me. So that also sounds good. And again, pirates. The very last one that I got, I am so pumped about. I am in love with this author. We have read this author many times for a book club. I can't wait to read this. Honestly, this one will probably be like what I read after Fourth Wing. I don't think I'm going to get through my August TBR. I'm just going to put that in here so that it's like out there for the world to know, because Fourth Wing is going to take me quite a while. And then I think I'm going to read this book. So there we are. The August TBR isn't working out, you guys. Anyways, this is 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm so excited to have this. Yeah. So this is this one. It was sold out. I went to order my books. I had it in my cart. When I went from the cart to where you pay and it has where you see what you're paying for, it was gone. And I was like, no. So I went back in and I hearted it. And then when it comes back available, they email you and they're like, hey, here's your book. So then I got another book haul. I'm okay with it. I don't care. I work hard for my money and that's all there is to that. So this is by Holly Jackson. It's unbelievably gorgeous. It looks also terrifying. Okay, I don't even know what this is about. I just saw that it was by Holly Jackson and it's one of her newer ones. And I was like, okay, yes, please. So, okay. It says, 8 hours, 6 friends, 5 survive. Red Kenny is on a road trip for spring break with 5 friends. Her best friend, her older brother, his perfect girlfriend, a friend from high school, and the guy Red wishes was more than a friend. But they won't make it to their destination. When their RV breaks down in the middle of nowhere with no cell service, they soon realize this is no accident. They have been trapped by someone out there in the dark, someone who clearly wants them dead. It sounds terrifying. What have I done to myself? Okay. It says, with 8 hours until dark, the 6 friends must escape or figure out which of them is the target. But there is But is there a liar among them? Buried secrets will be forced into the light, and tensions inside of the RV will reach deadly levels. Not all of them will survive the night. So yeah, there's that. Another book that I want to get is the One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next. Then the third one's out. It's just came out on I think like last month on Amazon, so I might end up getting that soon. I'm not sure. And I do have like one more book haul coming from Book Outlet, because that's where your girl parties. I don't know what to tell you. I just shop on there. I put stuff in the cart, and then I take it out of the cart, and then I put it back in the cart, and then I take it out of the cart. And that, my friends, is how I spend my time. Yeah, so I'm so excited to read this. I'm not even joking when I say this. My August TBR is done. Like, I did suggest one of my August TBR books for book club for the month of August, so maybe it'll win, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll have it done by then. I doubt it, and I no longer care. So those prompts, I'll probably put them back into the jar and then like pick them again later, kind of thing, because I mean, like, if I didn't complete them, they can go back into the jar. If I did complete them, I'm not putting them back in yet. But really, my obsession with this book is highly, intensely real. My boyfriend is sitting downstairs playing video games while I'm reading this, and I'm like, no! Like, I've already cried, I've laughed, I've gotten outraged. I had to put it down one time because I was mad. I had to walk away from it. It is so good, you guys. And normally, like, I gotta tell you, normally when I hear the hype, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. It's not that great. It's that great. It is that great. So that's where I am. Yeah, I'm hanging out with Fourthwing. I'm enjoying it. I'm tabbing it. I'm loving it. I ordered more annotation supplies because I was like, I don't think I have enough just for this one book. I don't know. That's where I am. So yeah. How are you guys doing? Have you read any of these books? You know what? I gotta tell you guys, I was in like a not a great mood before. When I first started filming all of these, I was in not a great mood, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do these. And I was like not feeling very good, and I was feeling kind of down. But now I'm in a great mood. That's because I'm hanging out with you guys, and I'm looking at some books. And that's awesome. Both of those things are like my favorite things, and that's a circle of awesomeness right there. Yes, it is. Okay, yay! That's it. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my description box for other content creators, and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. I'm getting kind of good at that. And thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today, or quite a few, because this one might have been long. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Let me know if you've read any of these. Have you decided to read this yet? I'm just saying that you should. It's the first time I've ever been like, no, seriously, read this. It's so good. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!